Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do a comparison video between these two Ninja indoor grills. On the left, I've got the Ninja 5-in-1. On the right, I got the Ninja XL 7-in-1. Now the first thing I like about the 7-in-1 is you can store all of the attachments inside. On the 5-in-1, the air fryer basket will not fit in here if you've got the grill grate. So you have to store either one of these out separately somewhere else. Okay, so they both have an air fryer heating element and fan in the top of the lid. Now what makes the 7-in-1 different is it's got this grill grate that heats from the bottom also. So we got this release button here. This is actually a heating element. On the back here, the electricity gets to it through that connection right there. Now this will only heat on different modes. And it has to be in for all operations. Over here on the 5-in-1, this is our grill, and it sits inside this baking pan. So this always has to be installed. In the bottom here, there's no heating element. All the heat comes from the top. So this has to be installed. When we want to do the air fryer basket, we're going to put the air fryer basket inside that. Okay, so over here on the 7-in-1, its air fryer basket's going to sit on top of here. You're going to close the lid and put it on air crisp mode. And all the heat will come from the top. We also have this griddle. So not only is this surface a cooking surface, but we have a flat surface. Now it's just going to sit on top of this. This is going to transfer the heat from there to the top flat surface. So you're going to set it on there. And now that bottom heating element will heat this flat griddle. Now also with the 7-in-1, we can cook with the lid open. On the 5-in-1, the lid has to be closed for the heating element to operate and to heat the food. Here's what they look like at the top. It's got a fan and a heating element up there. And that's on the 7-in-1. Let's go over to the 5-in-1. The heating element looks a little bit bigger, and there's the fan right behind it. On the 7-in-1, the heating element's kind of wrapped around the side. So let's talk like when you grill steaks or hamburgers. Again, this one's going to grill a little bit better because this is actually heating up. Here, it's relying on the fan and the heating element at the top to circulate air and to heat this part really hot. And then that's how it's going to cook the food. So both of these are 1,760 watts of power. So if you're going to do some baking, this one does have the 5-in-1 does have a nice baking pan. So you can bake in that pan very nicely. So all the attachments that come with it have this like ceramic coating on it that's really slick and nothing sticks to it. It's very easy to clean. And all of these are dishwasher safe, these parts. So this pan, even this griddle bottom plate, even though it has that connection on the bottom, you can put just this in the dishwasher. So this can go in the dishwasher even though it has this on the back. Now with these, you just kind of wipe this down. You can't get any water in this little area right here. And this is very simple to install. You're just going to put the front feet in first, and then push it down on the back, and then there's a release button right here. That's how you remove it. Okay, so now let's get into the functions. So the 5-in-1 has air crisp, dehydrate, roast, bake, and grill. Over here on the 7-in-1, they added a barbecue griddle and a broil. Now the barbecue griddle, in that mode, you can cook with the lid up or down. So even though you're cooking, let's say, and you got that griddle installed on here, even with the lid up, the bottom griddle is still heating. It just turns the top fan and heating element off. And same in grill mode. In grill mode, the bottom heating element is working and the top when the lid's closed, but when you open the lid, just the bottom one's working. Over here on the 5-in-1, its displays, it's really easy. It's got these big push buttons here. You're going to change the temperature and the time, a little easier. The grill is kind of off here over to by itself. You're going to change the temperature and the time. It's got a big start button right in the middle and then a stop button. Over here we got this selector switch. So you're going to press function. You're going to change the function. Now it's going to rotate around to what function you want. Then you're going to press temperature. You can change the temperature now with the same button. And then the time. You're going to change the time. So it does have a temperature and a time display. Then when you're ready to start it, you're just going to press that button. that starts it. This does have a function where you can bypass the preheat mode. And then when you want to stop it, just hit that button. So I've cooked hamburgers on both of these. I've cooked steaks. They both do a really good job, but I did feel like the 7-in-1 gave it better sear marks on the bottom, like grill marks. And I do think it just kind of cooked it a little bit better and kept more of the juices in. Now, air fryer or air crisp mode, they both worked about the same. So the 5-in-1 does have just a little bit smaller footprint. You can see it's not as tall. Let's open them both up. They end up being just about the same height. And so front to back, the 5-in-1, you end up almost needing about 19 inches. You know, and surprisingly, the 7-in-1 is about the same, 19 inches front to back with the lid, because you need so much room for that lid to open and close. Here's what the back looks like. This is where a lot of heat's going to come out right in this area. And again, a lot of heat's going to come out right in that area. So width-wise, you're looking at about 13 inches for the 5-in-1. Oh, almost about 15 inches for the 7-in-1. So both of these are great machines. I've got detailed reviews on both of them. I show you how to cook hamburgers and French fries in them. I did feel like the Ninja 7-in-1 just looks a little more stylish. The display looks a little bit nicer. And being able to have that bottom surface heat up, this was a kind of a game changer. But you do lose kind of that baking function. This one did not come with a baking pan, like, you know, for like doing a roast or something. This one's got this really nice deep pan for baking in. This one did not come with anything like that. So I'm also going to be comparing these to the Cosori. It has an air fryer out or a indoor grill out. I'm going to be doing a comparison with it also. And since I've been using these indoor grills, I've got an outdoor Weber grill. I have not used it nearly as much as I used to. These indoor grills are really starting to be game changers as far as cooking. Now, these are not true smokeless. The vent up here goes right outside. I mean, that right there is that outlet I showed you, and there's no real filter. You can see daylight through there. So there's really nothing stopping or filtering that. And same with over here on the 5-in-1. Really the only filter you got is kind of this wire mesh. This kind of just keeps grease from splattering up onto your heating element. Yeah, these go right into the top of it. Same with this. You can see right into the top of the heating element. Now they do sell models that have temperature probes that kind of you stick into the meat, and then you can do the cooking as far as what you want the temperature to be inside the food, and it's kind of a little automatic. I've had those. I have had a Ninja that did that. It worked okay. I didn't think it worked the absolute best. I still like this. And just a good old temperature probe, kind of just probe your food, see what temperature it's at, and see if you need to add a little more time. So again, I really appreciate everybody's support. And if you could, please like and subscribe.